On September 4th, 1850, gas lamps in the burgeoning city of Chicago flickered to life for the first time. The Chicago Tribune's weekly paper reported, at about 2 o'clock p.m., the gas pipes were filled and brilliant torches flamed on both sides of Lake Street as far as the eye could see. Chicago had been founded just 13 years earlier, and it quickly had become a growing and influential city as the country expanded west. Gold had been discovered in California, and Chicago was one of the stopping points along the route west. Gas lighting was the latest technology, and Chicago's downtown streets were now illuminated by gas flames. People's Gas became Chicago's first public utility. In 1850, the population of Chicago was nearly 30,000 and growing rapidly. By 1860, the population had more than tripled to almost 110,000. A decade later, Chicago's population had nearly tripled again to more than 300,000. As Chicago grew, so did People's Gas. Residents began settling in new areas around the city and needed gas. People's Gas was there to provide service. And when the Great Chicago Fire destroyed much of the city in 1871, People's Gas was there to help rebuild. The 4 stars on the Chicago flag each represent a milestone event in the city's history. People's Gas wasn't there for the first one, the construction of Fort Sheridan, when the Chicago area was just part of the frontier. But it was there for the Great Fire, the World Columbian Exposition in 1893, and World's Fair in 1933 and 1934. Not only can People's Gas lay claim to playing a role in 3 of the 4 events commemorated on Chicago's flag, but in 1925, People's Gas commissioned the flag's designer, Wallace Rice, to chronicle the company's history in a booklet celebrating its 75th anniversary. As the decades passed, Chicago grew by annexing many of the smaller towns that surrounded it. And as Chicago grew, so did People's Gas, with the company absorbing many of the local gas companies that served towns that became part of the city. When the Columbian Exposition of 1893 was lit by electric lights, People's Gas was beginning to pivot from gas lamps to focusing on other appliances, such as stoves, boilers, and water heaters. In the 1920s, People's Gas launched the Home Services Division and hosted cooking demonstrations at company offices. The demonstrations became so popular that the company had to rent out movie theaters to accommodate the crowds of Chicagoans wanting to learn how to cook on these new appliances. By 1931, an interstate pipeline was completed from the Gulf of Mexico to Chicago. Natural gas was promoted as the clean alternative to coal. In 1962, People's Gas and North Shore Gas merged, and eventually the two became People's Energy. In 2007, People's Energy merged with Wisconsin Public Service to form Integris Energy Group. And then in 2015, the companies merged with We Energies to form WEC Energy Group. Throughout the company's history, People's Gas employees have served their communities and country. Employees served in both world wars and other international conflicts. People's Gas even has its own American Legion post, number 336. And today, military veterans continue to join People's Gas as new employees through an innovative training partnership between the company, Gas Workers Local 18007, and City Colleges of Chicago. For 175 years, People's Gas has been an integral part of Chicago, constantly changing and adapting to serve the needs of the city it serves. Today, People's Gas continues to adapt. The company is in the midst of updating its oldest pipes and is looking to the future, where its network of pipes could be used to deliver hydrogen or another fuel to continue our legacy of safely and reliably fueling Chicago. At People's Gas, we are proud of our past and focused on the future. People's Gas. We keep life moving.